Oh man, something new. No idea how this is gonna go. I have something on my bed. We're already struggling. These are shorts. Let's throw them on the floor. Okay, we're gonna figure this out as we go. Let me kick out of here. Okay, so I've been telling you guys I've been wanting to start streaming. I just hadn't gotten around to it, and I realized, Lecrae has his show now. He's been doing all types of stuff, talks with people. And the other day, I did a little slight reaction to him talking to Cam Newton, and I said, you know what? Let me try to start doing streams of me reacting to some of his stuff, just for the first time live on my live stream, and figure out. So this will be a test. This is technically my first. This is my first live stream, but this will be my first technical like stream of sorts, so bear with me. I'm gonna do a little bit of testing as we go, essentially just trying to figure out as we go. Let me search this, but we're gonna start in a second. He was talking to Blac Chyna, who goes by Angela White now, and I was interested in that, and I hadn't heard any of it yet. So again, kind of bear with me as I do some kind of troubleshooting. And what's up, my guys? How y'all doing? But yeah, this will probably be a bumpy ride to start out with, but y'all will forgive me. You'll forgive me. I'm gonna pull this up real quick just to make sure it doesn't look crazy. Make sure y'all can hear me. Somebody in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm gonna pull this up real quick just to see, and we will scroll this up. Yep, it doesn't look terrible. Okay, cool. So let me make sure I can hear me. Okay, cool. All right. So again, I appreciate y'all. I want to do a lot more of this, but this will be a kind of first start. So I'm not going to watch this entire thing. I'm actually going to go up until there's a timestamp I cared about the first. And I just realized that the chat, I definitely need to like dock it because, and I don't think I know how to do that. I'm glad y'all can hear me though. But yeah, again, this is gonna be real. This is gonna be real. It's gonna be a mess. But bear with me. We're gonna go till probably through the 15, 16-minute mark. And y'all are just gonna chill with me. I don't know if y'all have seen any of this, but I want to start watching some of his show. I think is it what's it called? He had a name for it. Is it Deep End? The Deep End with Lecrae. And let's bring that back up. I'm gonna have to learn how to get this to stay here. If anybody knows how, I can. There's a chat doc. See, I thought so, but I don't know. Of course, let me figure this out real quick. Docs, because I know lock. I don't know if that's gonna do anything because of this being here, but let's. No, it's not, because I did something wrong with this. But it's okay. Bear with me. We're going to watch through the first, 16 minutes of this. So this is Lecrae speaking with Miss Angela White, formerly known as Blac Chyna. And just realized I can't do that. I can't do full screen because I won't be able to see you guys talking. But this is all part of the fun. We're figuring it out. Oh, man. But let's just press start.
When you started the OnlyFans situation,
yeah,
I don't know how much you can say. Were you making like?
I made millions from off of there.
If I pause it, will it go away? Okay.
For you to say I'm done doing that, something genuinely had to change in your life.
I need everybody to find me a bishop, find me a church, find me somewhere. Only thing I want to do for my birthday is get baptized.
What do we not know about the stripping world? Because a lot of people see it as glamorous. A lot of young girls out there like, man, I'm gonna get my money. The changes you made physically.
Yes, that stuff looked crazy.
Woo! All right, you said it, I didn't say it. So it didn't bother you then either when you make this transition and people was like having all these crazy things to say about you.
Oh no, I mean,
I feel like the elephant in the room, the men in your life, the famous friends in your life. What's the misconception? What is the thing that you kind of want people to understand? How do you want the world to see who Angela is?
That was a cool little intro.
This is the Deep End.
If I wasn't already sold, on this, I definitely would be sold on it now.
Like, I'm gonna say off top, I know you more than your associations, you more than where people have seen you in the
Shouts
places
Lecrae
and
for
spaces
doing
that
this,
you've
honestly.
been. I know when people see you, they probably think like, you know, celebrity and like, you know, the glitz and glam
Kardashians.
and oh my gosh, you were with rappers and, you know, all these famous folks. But
Yeah.
there's a person behind all that. And I think that's what a lot of people don't get to realize. And I'm hopeful that people can see behind it all. Because a lot of times they just see the lights, camera, action, the blogs, the scandals, all that type of stuff, but they don't realize like these are human beings,
Amen.
you know,
Yeah.
behind all of that type of stuff.
Talk.
So off top, like I know a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know a
Yes.
little bit.
I know
but I'm
very
curious,
little about
like,
her. I don't know if y'all are
you know,
super aware.
only
of
thing
her.
I've heard you say about your childhood is that you got in trouble. You know what I'm
What,
saying?
me? I never got in trouble.
That's all I
Listen, I was an angel growing
Oh,
up.
is that right?
Yeah, I think I maybe got into 2 big things.
Okay.
Where I was like, okay, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
It was like I took my mom's car. Well,
Spotify.
I lost
Dope.
the house key.
Yeah.
And I sat in one of her cars and accidentally put it in drive. This was like those super
Oh, nah,
old,
my mom
old
would've
school
killed me.
cars. And
Yeah.
it just went rolling down the hill. That was one time.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one time I got in trouble. And then fighting in school, that was in high school. But other than
One
that,
fight?
I was,
You got in one fight or you got in some fights in high
Like
school?
I won a
I
little
went
fight.
into one fight in high school.
Okay.
One
And
outside.
now you from DC, like that's where you born and bred.
Yes.
Okay. So do you feel like do you feel like I'm DC or do you feel like you live so many places that you a mix of everything?
You know what? I don't really feel like DC.
DMV.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'm from DC. I don't be walking around saying, okay, I'm from Southeast or
Yeah.
went to Anna. Nah, I don't really
Okay.
rep cities like that. I just live in
It's
them.
interesting though, because I like outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
I see like you grind, like you work.
I work.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, she be working. Is this something that was birthed in childhood? Did you grow up like this with this work ethic, like this hustle mentality? Like what
It's
created that?
It's always been
Oh, dude,
there.
I
I
can
think
already
the
tell.
first
I could
time that
listen
I
to an
ever
hour.
like saw money or touched money is when I was living in
Crae
Virginia.
interviewing
I don't know,
people.
I had to been maybe 7 or 8.
Okay.
I was super young for sure. And at the bottom of the hill, it used to be a trash can. And I would see like people putting the trash on top of their cars and just driving it down the hill. And even the people like in my building, they would take their trash and this was an apartment complex, tie it up and leave it on the outside. So one day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna ask these people if they want
Making
me
me
to
some
take
money?
their trash down all the way down. So started making money that way.
Taking out people's
dope.
trash.
Taking out people's trash. And then
Crazy.
thinking
Hustle.
back at that, like
What?
you know how dangerous that
That is
was. I think
dangerous.
that
7, 8-year-old.
shark got
But you gotta-
kidnapped. Oh hi, can I take your trash out?
Yeah. That's a wild
That's- yeah.
situation to try to make some money off of.
But yeah, I've always grind.
Okay.
Like my first real job was at McDonald's.
Oh wow. Okay.
That was 9 months. I couldn't wait. Taco
Yeah.
Bell, Shoe City, all these different places.
Yeah.
My last real job was at what is it? Hooters. Yeah, it was at
Really?
Hooters. I think I
Okay.
worked there for like 2 weeks, and there was too many things. It was like, oh, you have to have your nails a certain way, your hair a certain way. It was just
Hooters,
like a lot.
bro.
Yeah.
I've eaten there
That's how
once.
it is.
So
Never
I'm
again.
imagining, high school. Now I know your perspective is a lot different now.
Yeah.
Your identity is not wrapped up in the way you look and the way you present yourself. But I can imagine, like, just were you that person in high school that looks and how you carried yourself and all that stuff was like the center of your world? Were you the pretty girl in school, so to
I
speak?
definitely was a pretty girl in
Okay.
school.
How did that like shape you? How did you know what I mean?
I feel like just growing up like that, you don't look at me like, oh, I'm
What's
a
up,
pretty
Sam? I
girl.
appreciate
You know
it.
what I mean? Girls that act conceited and things like that.
We're
is 'cause
working
you
on
never
it.
really looked like that prior to.
Okay.
Or maybe just didn't have that confidence. My mom like instilled like confidence into me.
Okay.
My mom and my
Shouts to
uncles and my
moms.
grandma.
Yeah, guys, this is
So it
a
wasn't like,
test.
I just woke up and I
We're
was
just kind of
cute.
figuring it out.
Okay.
So
I was cute as a baby.
I appreciate you.
And then so you leave high school
Yeah.
and then you go off to school in Florida,
Right.
right? And this is the part that
This was like 2 years after I was dancing, mind you.
oh really?
Yeah, right after high school, I didn't go immediately to college.
So you were dancing
I didn't
before.
have the money. Yeah.
Okay, so you danced to get the money.
Yes, and then I went.
What
Wow.
do we not know about the dancing world, about the stripping world? Like what? Because a lot of people see it as glamorous. A lot of young girls out there like, man, I'm gonna get my money. You know what I mean? But do you feel like it was all fun at that time, or was there some definitely
Probably
some low parts,
scary.
or like what?
Yeah, it's definitely
What's up,
low
Steven?
parts, and it's fun parts. It's fun parts too, depending on how you look at it. Because
Okay.
you could look at it like, oh, I'm in a strip club, but it's like people say it's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like I might as well go to the strip club because everybody's going to go to the strip club after the club anyway. So I might as well make some money.
Yeah,
You know, it's just so many different fabricated things that I used to just make up in my mind
yeah,
just to make it cool. You know what I mean?
Talk
But it's like
yourself into
those
it.
days that people that they don't know about is the not Fridays, Saturdays, but like the Sundays and like the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when it's like nobody really in
People
there.
go
And
on
it's no
Sundays?
partying. Then the girls and the drama and the guys and the
imagine?
weirdos. It's like a lot that comes with it.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
interesting, I say that too because I don't think I ever told anybody this before, but I'm gonna tell it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
But I used to date a stripper.
What?
Okay, when I was younger. In
I didn't know that.
Before I got married.
Yeah.
I dated a stripper, and I used to go to the strip club all the time, but I wouldn't go to like spend money.
You were
I would
just
go
there
to
to-
hang out and just chill. And then my homeboy's uncle was like a regular, so I would have to carry him out. He'd be
Oh,
drunk
no.
and the whole nine. So I got cool with a lot of the girls, which is how I ended up dating one of the young ladies. But behind the scenes, I was like, oh, y'all are real people. This is a
is like
show
yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And like having to get outside of the mindset and just like, oh, let me put on this persona to be able to do that. Is
It's
that
real
what you feel
depressing
like
when
you
you
had
think
to
about
do?
it.
Or what was your like thought process when you were in that space?
Thought process was get to the money.
Get to the money.
Get to the money and block out all the extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like a
Okay.
rather popular dancer.
Okay.
Because a lot of times too, people think like and it goes back to your hustle and your grind. Because you could be a very pretty girl and
Yeah.
in a strip club and not make $1.
Okay.
And then we used to watch the cute little girls with the hair and the da-da-da.
Right.
Like, look, she ain't gonna make not $1.
Because she don't got that grind.
She don't have the grime. It's the outfit, it's the demeanor.
That's
it's
so
just like
depressing.
everything is a collective.
Yeah.
The whole
Did you ever feel
idea of
a
strip
sense
clubs.
of like, should I really be doing this? Or were you just like, nah, I'm just trying
Getting
to get
this
some money. I'm not even thinking about that.
It was just, it flowed naturally.
Okay.
It wasn't like, hey, I'm not supposed to be in here.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, when you're in a strip club and you're looking around at different women, you automatically feel comfortable because that's just the environment that we're in.
Yeah.
Now, if you try to do that and put that in a different place, then it's just weird. Now it's just awkward. You know what I mean?
That's good. I didn't think twice when I was there either.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a moral person, so I didn't like know. I wasn't.
And
I didn't.
it would be all type of people that would come into the strip
Mona
club.
Lisa.
People that
Oh, yeah.
just want
Good
to
point,
actually
Buck.
eat, watch the games,
Yeah.
just all this type of stuff. So you build like a little community within
That's a good
the
reference,
strip
bro.
club, and you know which ones are like the regulars for.
Yep.
You know your people's, like you say, your uncle, right? You have your regulars. Oh, that's what's the name, girl. Your people's out there.
Yeah.
Being a regular at a strip
handle
club
that.
has gotta be
that
such
makes
rock
sense.
bottom,
Is that
bro.
where I know you, the person, are Angela,
Right.
but is that where the persona of Blac Chyna was created? Was in
Oh,
that
absolutely.
era? Okay.
Yeah, in the strip club. Yep.
Word. So what?
Yep.
Like, what was the mindset? Like, were you thinking I'm gonna be this person, or like, did you have a plan, or it was just a name?
Nope, just the name.
Okay.
The name is just a hit. And then it's just everything that kind of trickled with that, like the tattoos, the hair, the blonde hair, the tan skin, the custom outfits, just all of that.
Yeah.
It was just like like literally a character
Yeah.
that overspilled.
Into
What's
real life.
wild to me is
It's all wild to me.
Yeah, it's wild to.
I'm like, what? I'm from DC.
What's so
And
dope
here I
though?
am.
A lot of people don't get to see the transformed
Transformation,
mindset
yeah,
and be able to look
facts.
back on it and be able to look at those things. Like
We were
that's
just talking about this today
that
in
was
my
just a
group
part of
chat.
life, and I just lived it and moving on. But it's dope. I really appreciate, and we'll talk about it. But I really
Yeah.
appreciate how you've been able to pull back and look at it all and say, "Oh, wait a minute, why did I do this? Or what was this? Or what was my process? Or why was I thinking this?" And then folks don't understand, like when I'm on the outside looking in and seeing
Yeah.
some of the transitions and changes that you've made, like I know this is serious because you're giving up a lot of things.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like,
Love it.
nah, time out. But your journey, people would say, well, she already made it. She was already big. She was, I know from stripping, you was in like music videos
Right.
with Nicki Minaj and Drake and all this type of stuff. But people say, well, she already made it, so it's easy for her to say no. But a lot of people don't understand, like, that was still fueling your life. Even.
Oh yeah, this is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Well, in the one that I'm currently living, you know, that's my new lifestyle. But of course, the old lifestyle is going to come with everything, and you need more money to make more money, if that makes sense.
Maintain.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I know
Keep up
I need this certain type of team to put this shoot together because I know that this is going to appease to this group to bring me more money, however which way it looks.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
So did you feel like when if in that season in your life, like let's go even leaving the strip club, going to LA, was there a season in your life where you like, I made it? Like, did you ever feel like, oh, I'm here? Like, did you get out of a Rolls Royce somewhere, or did you go to a hotel, or were you at a party and you was like, I made it?
I doubt it.
I still feel like I don't feel like that now.
So there was no sense.
You know what it is like for me? It's just like my life has just been lifing. It's like not like I set up stuff and premeditated. You know what I mean? And do all these different things. It just happens as it happens. Yeah. There's always something that's happening, like so whether it's good or bad. Yeah, it's just always rolling.
Yeah, and you move as it came. It was like, oh, okay, I guess this is what we do. I guess this happened. And this,
chat is gonna go away. I'm gonna have to bring it back up, and we'll fix that for the next time, guys. But look at my background. But no, so I feel like that was a good question about like, do you feel like you ever made it? Because before you find God, like the answer to that would be, hopefully, eventually, you'd find that you never make it. If you're chasing things of the world, like you're always going to need more. You're going to need more money, more cars, more whatever. You're never going to have joy from those things. So you're never going to feel really like, I won in life, I made it. You're going to, if anything, a lot of celebrities, you know, like the further they make it, they end up in further depression and realize that they will never make it, you know. So I think this is super dope. I think we're only going to go for a few more minutes through the next topic. But I do think this is really dope. I'm definitely going to do more of this. I'm probably going to finish this whole thing out, so we'll do it in segments. I'll figure out the chat and everything more, but I appreciate, I don't even know if anybody's in here right now, but I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And yeah.
Seems right at the time until you really start to take a step back and like isolate yourself and really just sit back and just take a breather. Cause like for a long time I would just hustle, just grind, stay up for days. You know what I mean?
Like doing what for days?
Just working, trying to just get stuff done.
Get to it.
Just get stuff done. Yeah. But I've noticed like through it all, and I want to go back to this with the lifestyle and making money certain ways.
She does.
And because everybody's hot. Right, everybody's hot. You get that hot moment. You're like, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. No. Yeah. And then just keeping it up. And then of course you're gonna get like all these deals and endorsement deals and things like that. But when that starts to slow up, it's like, where do you go to? You get what I'm saying? That's when it starts getting a little bit tricky. And you start, you know what I'm saying, finding like not devious things to do, but like devious things. Like for example, I told myself that I'm not doing promos for people when I know damn well I'm not using their product.
Facts.
Like, come on. I'm just over here.
Paid for it.
Can't lie.
No, I'm just holding the bottle like this.
So you weren't really
getting like this. No.
So no, what the flat tummy tea? That wasn't.
That tea works.
Okay, because I see everybody was doing a flat tummy tea, and I was like, is this legit?
Oh yeah, they ripped me one for that too. I remember that.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
But then
I'm about to try it. Shoot.
But that stuff does work though.
And anything you like, obviously, anything you don't want to talk about, we'll cut out. But I'm just curious. As you talk about that, like, yo, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. Like, when you started the OnlyFans situation, was that like a natural progress? Like, yeah, this is another thing to make money, or was that like premeditated? Like, well, let me think about this, or was it just, nah, this is gonna make me money, let me do it? It was
two things for me. I was producing this TV show called OnlyFans with Zeus.
Okay.
Right. And there was the people, you know, obviously that's on the sets that I just did like a little scenes, like a scene segment with myself. But everybody on there was doing the OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of my court case. And let me tell you, that court case was
expensive, I'm sure.
Very, very expensive. It was hella
People don't know
expensive.
that.
It was
Lawyers cost money.
It was super expensive. And I'm looking at them fees and I'm like, okay, I need to finish this out because I know right is right and wrong is wrong. And thank God that I did go through and do all that stuff. But the fees was looking kind of crazy. And I was like, it is kind of pandemic stuff. Do you need to stay open and on?
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just try it a little bit. And I just slid it right on in there. And surprisingly, nobody said anything to me.
Like
in real life?
Just
nah, you
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like smooth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
It was
ma'am.
like I was in and I was out.
Yeah.
Because it becomes, you'll get into something and you can't get out of it.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
But
Because the
you was-
money comes in.
I just want you to know that outside of your world, you have a whole nother community that supports you and that's with you. And I want you to know that
I was
too.
about to
I want
say,
you to
did
know
he
that
just-
you have a whole community
Yo,
that is
he's
here
good.
for you.
That was a
And
quick
we
ad.
are all on the B-side app. I mean, we're
That
talking
was
about thousands
smooth.
of people connected,
Because
getting to know each other.
I was like,
Because we've all subscribed to the B-side app.
I'ma let
we get
this
to talk
rock
about
because
these
of how
episodes and
smooth
share our thoughts, share what we're dealing with,
that
what we're
transition
wrestling with,
was.
and how we can all grow together. I need community. So
That
do
was
you.
crazy.
Subscribe
I was
to
like,
B-Side so we
why
can be
does he
community
look-
together? I've never been on
Yeah, that was
OnlyFans.
crazy.
Yeah.
True story. I just know from other people.
Yeah.
But apparently you was killing it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Apparently you was making a lot of money on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was whipping them. I was whipping them folks.
So
I was like, hold on. Say what?
it's dangerous.
like when we say a lot of money, like I don't know how much you can say. Were you making like you making
I made millions from off of there.
millions of
Millions.
dollars.
so
Yo.
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's
For you
crazy.
to say I'm done doing that,
And I
something
cut-
genuinely
right.
had to change in your
Amen.
life.
Amen.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I don't think people understand. Like for you to say, yeah, I'm gonna leave these millions alone.
Right.
Because I
Yeah.
don't feel like it is well with my soul to do
Right.
this.
Yeah, it was
That's
done.
something.
Like some people have to, because anybody who would say, she just changing for publicity. Is this a scam? Is this real?
Nobody
Dude.
needs publicity when you already Blac Chyna.
That's
You
a
just
good point.
walk outside.
Dude,
talk. You
you
said
know
it.
what's
know what I
perfect?
mean?
So I was just talking about, I had done a post about Kanye, or well, it was Craig talking about Kanye, but the comments went kind of crazy on that because, of course, a lot of people have different feelings about Kanye, his time as a Christian, basically his conversion, we'll say, or, you know. And people are like, he only did that for the money. And I'm like, do you understand that he was, and still is, one of the biggest artists in the world ever? He didn't need to say, I'm going to be a Christian now to make money. It definitely probably lost him money. People that don't like Christian music or aren't Christians probably weren't rocking with it. To get artists to be on his songs and not do their regular stuff, it was probably more difficult. Like, I don't think most people don't become Christian to gain money if they already have money, being the opposite of Christian, you know? So in this case, Blac Chyna gave up that she said she was making millions of dollars doing. That is a good sign that you might be for real in your transformation, because it's hard to just give up millions of easy dollars, you know? I'm probably going to let this rock out for just a little bit, and then we will call it a night.
You can just walk to the grocery store.
So that's part of it for me is like, I always love to like believe the best. Cause I believe, God says, man,
Amen.
believe the best. And I wanted to believe the best. And so I'm like, I don't know why she would do that. I don't know why she would make these transitions if something authentic wasn't happening. But for you to leave millions on the table, to me, it's like, nah, something got a hold of her. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
It was just time.
Yeah.
It was just time. That's exactly what it was. And even when I stopped it, I remember I called my bishop. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. I was like, Bishop, they always answer. Doesn't matter what time, day. My bishop's like, oh, what's up, baby? I'm like, hey, Bishop, I'm about to do. He's like, what are you about to do? I'm like, all right, I want you to be on the phone with me. I'm about to press the button. I'm about to deactivate the OnlyFans. He was like, oh, praise God. Because
Amen.
Bishop's never said anything to me. Like, nobody never said anything to me, because
Yeah.
it's like, you look at my bills, you'll be like,
Yeah.
It's
all right, I feel you,
hard to
but
get somebody.
it ain't another way. It is,
yeah.
but it's just, it's
Yeah.
more grinding and everything
Right.
like that. And,
Right.
and which I'm all about that grind life now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's other ways of making it. Even when I stopped the OnlyFans, I didn't have a backup plan.
Wow.
So
Faith.
that's like where
Faith.
that's when the faith.
Look at that.
That
Faith.
2023,
Look at faith.
that
Yeah.
after December was in November, December when I deactivated it in 2022. So we've been rolling by faith this whole time. And it's been like hitting like, stuff been like just coming up, pow, pow.
Yeah.
All right, we at the 18-minute mark. So this has been fun. I think that this is. I'm probably gonna end up doing the rest of this. So I'll remember I'm at about 18:47. But if you're still watching, I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get it figured out a little better. But I'm gonna try to be consistent with this. At least try to do something maybe once a week or something. At least a couple of times a month. Maybe something Lecrae, maybe Jackie Hill Perry, maybe some other stuff y'all recommend. But I think this is gonna be fun. There's a lot of reasons why I want to do this. I think it'll be a lot of fun and a lot of different things I can do with it. But we just talk about there's not a lot of like Christian individual like live streamers or like, there's just not a lot of us, and I feel like there can be. And I figure why not me? Why not I start? Why don't I start? So let me know if you have any thoughts on this. Let me know if there's any type of content y'all want me to watch. I appreciate y'all. Truly do like, subscribe, be having, praise God. Peace out. I can't do the peace. Well, I can do the peace.